All right, here we go. Hello, knockouts. Tonya TKO here. Let's get this set up. Let's get this party started real quick. Let me make sure I'm on the Wi-Fi. All right. So listen, come on in. Come on in. We're about to get started. We're about to get started. We're about to get started. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome. I am your host, Tonya TKO of the Tonya TKO Show. Listen, 1, 2, 3 creations. Listen, your girl done did it. I done did it. I done went and got good in Morgan, good in Nuit, good in whatever, all over the world. I didn't went and got myself kicked off. I didn't got my account. Oh, I didn't got my account taken. I didn't had my monetization taken from me on Facebook. You know what? It's my fault. It's my fault. I should have just been a good girl. I should have just been a good girl and just posted just regular stuff. So, it all started. I don't know how many of you are on my Facebook page, but it all started with that damn pastor. Remember the Punani looking pastor? Remember him? It all started around that time. And then we had Amber Geiger. And there were some people who claimed that my video about Amber Geiger was racially insensitive because, we talked about the 4 archetypes of Caucasian women that harass Black people in public. So Amber Geiger, the pastor, I put up a picture of the pastor, but I put a big emoji over the nani, and it just showed him like this, his tongue out, and Facebook said that that was indecent. And then it was just a series of things. I should have I listen, I should I sh- But you know what the thing is, that it's like you can't tell the truth. You can't It's like you can't tell the real stories then. Because if I could listen, so bottom line, my page gone. My page gone. I appealed it, and they said, sorry, you can appeal again in 90 days. So that is that. Go like the new. I'm so embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. How did I do this to myself? How did I? Listen, I should be sad. I am sad. I am. But this is my fault. It's my fault. I did this to myself. Because you know what? It's like I should have gotten a secondary page to play around on then. Because they damn sure I had 200 and I had like 250,000 followers. And now I gotta start all over. I gotta get 10,000 followers on the new page, on the new Facebook page, in order to be able to monetize it. And I'm at 7.8. Because I played myself. I played myself. I played myself. It's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. You know how people come out and they talk about the haters and stuff? I'm taking full responsibility. Hey, Miss Pink Secret, I'm taking full responsibility for my role in this. You know what the last straw for them was? The last straw was I put up a picture of Doja Cat. She had on a nude suit. She had on a suit. It was the color of her skin. And she had rhinestones around the nipples, and she had like the runway. She had a runway of sequins, rhinestones going up her punani area. And I said, people need to see this. I'm like, remember the days? I was like, remember the days when female artists could get by on talent alone? And now Doja Cat is out there in a nude suit with sequins around her nipples. Facebook said, no, B, no, you're not about to post even pictures simulating nudity. And I was like, you could see it's sequins. Come on. But you know what? It's my fault because I shouldn't have tested the hand. I did it to myself. I shouldn't have tested the hand. I did it to myself. I did it to myself. So now I got to start all over. I got to start all over. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care. Listen, go to facebook.com/TonyaTkoTV. That's the new branding. That's the new branding. TonyaTkoTV. Some people are saying that I need to get an app. You know what this is? Life is pushing me in this direction. Life is pushing me in the direction of not relying on these platforms for revenue. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I used to listen. You know, of course, YouTube is next. Listen, those people who see the writing on the wall, don't you see? We have a person in the White House talking about trying to jail Nancy Pelosi for ripping up his damn stank speech. We are moving in the direction of an autocracy. Can I petition to get it back? I did already. I did. You got to come into these videos as soon as you get the notification because I can't spend the whole video repeating everything that I said in the beginning. You know? So listen. I just, you know what? I don't want to be dependent on these platforms. I done already told you all because I have no intention of behaving. I have no intention of being their good little girl or their pet monkey. I mean, have no intention. Listen. Oh, go ahead. 123 Creations just sent me something on PayPal. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? I'm going to get dressed up for Valentine's Day and I'm going to come back and let you all know how you can join my matchmaking service. Because this is the direction we're going in for 2020. People sending me stories about all of these dysfunctional relationships, and I'm like, forget that. Let's get into, yes, exactly. I'm like, let's get into solutions, because I'm tired of sitting here talking about, well, who ain't doing what, and who interracial this and that, and they don't want this, and they don't support divest. I'm tired of it all. I'm tired. Oh, really? See, the thing is, so now I thought about getting a lawyer. I thought about getting a lawyer because the picture that I put up was not nudity. They never told me what exactly broke the terms of service. The pastor who was licking punani, everything was covered. You know, so it's like, you know, it's their platform. They have a right to, but you know what? See, YouTube, the veil for YouTube is a little thinner. The veil on Facebook, I don't even know how to pierce the veil because I thought about speaking with a lawyer this morning because because they said I broke the terms of service, but I don't see how a suit breaks the terms of service. She had on a bodysuit. Oh, goodness. Let's see. Willie D got his YouTube back with lawyer and press. All right. So listen, do you all know what type of legal person deals with this type of stuff? What type of law firm do I contact? I can't call Saul. You know what I'm saying? You know how they got that Better Call Saul? I can't call Saul. So who do I call? Who do I turn to to get my Facebook page back? Who do I turn to? Listen, who do I turn to? I don't know who to turn to. Some cities have Facebook offices. Really? I'm sure New York has one. Listen, let me know. Where is it? Let me go there today. Oh, listen. So I wanted to tell you all. I spoke with the guy whose home we showcased in the video Lifestyles of the Rich and Quiet when we did the Billionaire Banana Island video. He wanted to thank all of you for your kind words. You know, I really wish, oh, you know what? I wish that, oh, You know what? You have to see day 30. You have to see day 30's video because he he came by my hotel to say goodbye to me before I left, right? And when I tell you I have never seen an automobile like this, oh, I have never. Oh, I have, listen, I have never, oh goodness, I have never seen an automobile like this in all my days. Oh my goodness, I've never. In all of my well, you know what? I've never been inside of an automobile like this. Oh goodness. Ladies, oh ladies and gentlemen, oh. You know, oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. It's so nice. You know what? I personally am inspired by the level of wealth this man has been able to create in Nigeria. It cannot be easy. It cannot be easy. It cannot be easy. Let's get into the specifics, Laron. What the specifics is we talking? I don't know what type of car it was. I wanted to pull out my camera and start filming inside. I've never even seen a black so black. Like the color of the car, it was like it was like candy coated. It was like candy coated rainbows. Like the black was so with candy coated rainbows. Listen, it was like the black was so brilliant. It was like stiletto black. It was oh, I was like, I nearly, my heart nearly, like my heart, like you ever squeezed an orange? My heart felt like it was being squeezed, like it just squeezed itself down into the pit of my stomach. And I was like, oh, really? Facebook office is at Astor Place, 77 Broadway. Oh, you know what? Let's go on you all want to go on an adventure? Today is Friday. You want to go on a Facebook Live adventure on Monday and get some damn answers. You want to do that? Let's make it a date. Let's make it a date. You all want to do that? Roderick doesn't have the nerve to criticize my singing. Oh no, you didn't. Oh no, you didn't. Now we're gonna have to. Now you done beckoned me on. I am the karaoke queen. You didn't see my video where I represented. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Don't hate. Don't hate. Listen, congratulate. Don't hate. Don't hate. Listen, everybody who is coming in, there's 90. Oh, I lost the person. It was 96. As soon as I finished singing, someone clicked out because they wanted the singing to continue. Do you know how it goes? That's how it is. So listen. So go listen. There's now there's 93 people. Oh Lord, they're falling off. Let them fall off. So everybody who is on here, right? I should have at least 93 more follows on my Facebook page. I should, because everybody here should go follow the new page, right? 123 sent me something for my mixtape. You are so silly. See, okay, so listen. 123 Creations just sent me another $10 on PayPal. This is what I'm seeing. These are my supporters, the people who support. You know what? Give me a song, 123, and I will sing it just for you, because you have contributed. I need a beat. Okay. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. I don't know what is going on. Elvana is at work laughing. You better be on the down low. Put the phone inside your lab coat. Put the phone in your lab coat, because we don't want you coming on here talking about guess what knockouts. No, keep your job. Keep your job. So listen. Oh, Ivana is off today. Okay. All right. Okay, so you okay then. You okay. So everybody, please go over to Facebook and like my new page, because the old one, you know what, that page was too old. It needed to be refreshed. Anyway. I done already told you, because you know what, listen, I done told you all, you need to make sure you're on my personal mailing list. You need to make sure that you know how to stay in touch with me. So daylight come on, me want go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come on, me want go home. Me said that. The people beckoned me. They beckoned me and I had to respond. I had to answer. Daylight come and me want go home. Work all night for a drink of rum. So anyway, I just wanted to let you all know that. And so listen. I need to know who is ready to get started in my matchmaking service. And so what we're going to do in the matchmaking service is we are going to, I told you all, I mentioned it before, didn't I? We talked about it when I first came back, and I've been doing some research on how to get this done, joining some societies and organizations for implementation, checking out software, and figuring out how to get this done. So I'll tell you all about it in the next video. So Sarah Love says that she is ready. What I'm going to do is, because there's a cost for signing up, right? So listen, I'm doing like 50% off for people to sign up today, and then get you in the doors, get you in the books, get your profiles set up and created. And then we're going to go forward with how exactly it's going to be implemented, and I'll educate you all on that. So I'm working on that stuff behind the scenes, just have to put in a few finishing touches, and then I'm going to come back and do I was going to say a Facebook Live. I'm going to come back and do a YouTube Live, and then let you all know how you can actually do that, how you can sign up, how you can get in, and then we'll go from there. All right? So let's see. Sarah says she's ready. Who else is ready? Let me see. And Shark is so funny. All right. You all are funny. All right. So I just wanted to come out and let you all know about the Facebook situation, and what you can do to be able to stay in touch with me in the Facebook world and realm. So that's what we're working on right at this very moment. All right. So contact Lawyers Alliance for legal advice. Okay. All right. Lawyers Alliance for legal advice. Okay. Hey, Leslie. Nice to meet you. And well, it was nice meeting you, Leslie. Thank you for coming out to the meetup the other day. The meetup was very wonderful. Thank you, everyone who did come out and who got to spend a few hours with Tonya TKO. I am still in New York. I'm thinking about doing a brunch before I leave. I'm thinking about doing a brunch, and and hosting that before I leave. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about going from city to city and doing brunches just to have people come out, meet, eat, greet, and talk, and then just go from there. So that may be something that I do. I need to figure out. I've heard that this would have been the best weekend to do it because Monday is a holiday, but I didn't get enough time to, with all that I'm researching and doing behind the scenes, I didn't have enough time to to jump into that. All right, so entertainment lawyer. Um, I'm gonna as soon as I get over here, I'm gonna contact the Lawyers Alliance and see because I it's preposterous. It's preposterous. It's preposterous. Because I should have never been suspended in the first place, honestly. Because the picture that I put up showed nothing. The picture I put up showed nothing. You know, I don't see how it broke the terms of service. The picture of the pastor showed nothing. You know, so I definitely think that this can be fought. However, I just don't know how to fight it, but we shall see. We shall see. So for those of you who are just coming in, I'm actually just getting ready to jump out, but I will be back a little later in the afternoon. What time is it now? Let me check and see the time. Okay. So it is 10:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Listen, I'm not opposed to getting legal involved. You know what I'm saying? I'm not opposed to getting legal involved. So, Callie, I'm sorry. Where is it? Let me see where everyone is located here. Let me see where everyone is located. So we have, okay, so it's 9:45 okay, so we got Minnesota in the house, Oakland. Oh, you're up early in Oakland because you're 3 hours behind. We got Netherlands, Ohio, San Diego, Illinois. We got Cali. Shark, you're in Cali. We got Texas, Indiana. So we got Midwest, Fayetteville, San Francisco. So I'm like a San Francisco brunch would be amazing. Oh my goodness, I just came back from Selma, Alabama. I just came back. And something told me to make an announcement that I was there, but I was like, okay, Brook Hope, Mississippi, we got Trinidad, we got Richmond, we got London. Okay. All right. Something told me to make an announcement that I was in Selma, but I was like, who's in Selma? It just looked it was so peaceful and so serene. And I went to the Edmund Pettus Bridge and I was just like, it was so quiet. I was like, it was so quiet. I was expecting to like see like ruckus. Was it sad? DMV, we got oh, hey Verdi, what's going on? All right. We got Georgia in the house. Okay, because I do plan on doing one in ATL. All right. So listen, everybody, listen. I'm about to jump out of here. I don't want to stay on too long because I just want people to get the message. When people see the video is 2 hours, they don't even click on. They just be like, oh no, it's too much. I don't want to get caught up. Because they know once you start watching a Tonya video, you can't turn away. You can't turn, it's just too, it's in gripping. You know, I did feel a presence at the bridge. I did feel a presence at the bridge, but I was just surprised to see it so quiet. You know what I mean? I was just surprised because, you know, the only time that I'd seen it was when people were crossing it and it was mounted police officers cracking human beings in their heads in their skulls with batons. I'm telling you, we are in this country with some people who are devils, man, for real. With some people who are devils, and I'm so tired of being gaslit each and every day. I'm tired of it. So we got New Jersey in the house. Okay. All right, perfect. North Carolina. All right, wonderful. All right. So listen, I'm going to come back out a little bit later, and that's when I'm going to start building my database for the matchmaking service. and then we shall go from there. Ivana, I didn't see you put up your hand when I asked who was ready. So what's going on, Von? What's going on? I didn't see you put up your hand, so what's happening? I have not visited the museum in DC. Are you talking about the with the Lynch exhibit? Which museum are we talking about? Because I heard that there was like a 2-year waiting list for the, and then now during Black History Month, I don't think this would be the time to try to go. You know what I'm saying? Because I can imagine. So Sherry is saying I get engrossed in your videos like in the days before I move west. See what I'm saying? Exactly. 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 End the video and start again. Yeah, but YouTube doesn't send out the notifications when you go back to back live. So anyway, plus I need to Ivana, I didn't hear from you. Ivana, hold, where's my belt? You know what? Let me get my chancleta. Ivana. Ivana, I didn't. Oh my goodness. I wonder if Ooh! I was gonna say, I wonder if flip flop hurt. Oh gracious. My. Listen, I feel sorry for you Latino children if you was beat with flip flops. That did not feel good. That did not feel good at all. That did not feel good. That was not all right. Somebody saying log out. I know. All right, so listen, Santa, everybody just make sure your notifications are on because I'm gonna get everything fixed up behind the scenes to be able to start taking in your applications. All right. So and this is going to be a personal matchmaking service. It's not going to, I know, I need to put me in timeout. I know. A switch, yes, I got hit with a switch when I was young. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like it at all. Actually, because of my upbringing, I believe in nonviolent child rearing at this point because I don't think whipping accomplishes what it is that you want to accomplish because at the end of the day, you know what? It's everything. My mother died when I was 19. My sister was only 13. And we learned that really as parents, you have got to gear your children up for a life without you. You have got to gear your children up for life without you. You've got to help them learn how to rationale. You've got to understand that this human being that you're dealing with is not someone who is beneath you. And the way that you treat this person, like there are human rights issues that many parents violate when it comes to children because they think that their children are beneath them or less intelligent or smaller or whatever. But you're dealing with a soul that is as old as yours. There's no soul that is older or younger than any other soul. So you're dealing with a human being whose soul is just as old as yours, who happens to come into your life in a tiny frame. And there are far too many of us adults that don't realize how much we can actually learn from children. And I'm going to say this, right? I'm going to say this, and this is not going to be really politically correct because I'm going to talk about someone that I have in my personal life, right? I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and her daughter was telling me that her daughter was having a conversation with me about something that I did that the young girl did not like. And I'm conversing with her, and I'm like, well, what is it that I did that you didn't like, and why do you feel that way? And my friend was like, what? Why are you explaining anything to her? And she was like, get in the other room. And I was just like, mm. I was like, why do we feel that it's okay to talk to children that way? I mean, it wouldn't be okay for like that type of communication is not okay in any other realm. But what is it about the relationship that we have, what it is that we think of children that makes us feel that we could be disrespectful to them? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And listen, I understand. I understand. I understand. There are a lot of people out there who have children and they're like, oh, the children, like someone is talking about, oh, children acting up and all this other stuff. Yeah, but you know what? You're dealing with a person who has come in. You have to remember, we are all souls having a human experience. And we're inside of these human bodies, we're governed by hormones and our minds and all of this stuff that is going on inside of us that creates impulses and all of these other things. And we have got to find a way to really interact with children in a way that helps children be able to rationalize, be able to speak up and speak their voice. There's so many of us that really beat our children down emotionally to the point that they become adults and they don't feel like that they are worth speaking up. They keep their mouths closed. They get taken advantage of. People jump on top of them and start trying to take off their clothes and stuff. And they don't say anything. They don't speak up because of all of the other things that they've learned about the worth and the value of their voice. So I listen, that's how I feel, you know, and I can tell you that I have put rationalizing with a child in practice, and it has raised a very strong, independent, independent thinking young lady who is thriving in her life, who advocates for herself and who knows her worth. So I have done that where I advocated for nonviolent child rearing and instead opted for timeouts and conversations and philosophy. You know what I mean? Philosophizing. Because when I was speaking to that little girl the other day, that was an excellent opportunity for her to express herself and for me to express myself back to her. But the girl wasn't calling me names or raising her voice. She was just having a conversation with me and expressing how it is that she felt. And in that moment, that was a moment for me as an adult to give her some sage wisdom and advice that she could take to mold who it is that she is. Instead, I was berated where my friend was like, why you talking to, what, she was like, why are you even explaining yourself to her? Get in the other and I was like, and I was just, so the conversation was cut short and I was like, so what is the lesson here? What is the lesson? What is the lesson for me? What is the lesson for the child? The lesson to me is that this child is not worth communicating with on a decent level. It gave the indication that this child was lesser than, that she's somebody that you could holler at and just tell her to just get away. And I'm like, we we spend so much time, and for so many of us parents, we spend so much time telling our children that they're bad, that they've done bad things, that they're wrong, all of this stuff. And we don't really, how often do we really compliment our children? You know what I mean? How often do we say, you know what? You are a good person. I like you. I've learned from you. You've taught me things. Your word is valuable. How often do we even ask our children for advice? You know what I mean? How often do we help our children rationalize? Like, my niece, I was doing some mathematics with her last night, and we were talking about, John has 10 marbles and Peter has half as many marbles as John, and Mary has half as many as, so we would just go, and has three less. Mary has three less. And so what I ended up doing was, instead of the names, when we went to go write out what the equation was actually saying, we used letters instead of the people's names. And this is an introduction to, what is it called? Ugh, when you use, what is it called when you use B times M equals 4? what is it called when you use that? I forget what I forget what it's called. But that was an introduction algebra. Okay, so that was an introduction to algebra, to substituting a figure, a variable, for a letter. And so when it comes to having your child be able to rationalize with complexity, it starts out with the little things and then you build from there. You have conversations with your children about really rationalizing and philosophizing and using their own mind. And then the next step, you go a step further. So like when she comes into contact with algebra in school, it's not going to be a foreign issue. She'd be like, oh, you know what, we've done this. Because when I first was looking at X and Y, X times, I was like, how can you multiply a letter? I'm like, letters don't multiply. I was like having a difficult time with that. I was like, what does this represent? How can this be? But so it's like, there are games that we play with our children that have helped us in our adult lives, and it's like we don't really realize how the little things actually translate and transmute forward into our adult lives. Let me ask you all, do you remember when you used to go to birthday parties as a child? And they used to have this game. It was a flat little square. Those of you who are old school, you remember this because back in the days, we used to play a lot of games that we just don't play anymore. So it was a flat little square with numbers on it. And there was one little square that was open. And you had to mix up the numbers and then you had to put them back in place and you had to slide and move on this board. So there were like little ridges in there and you had to like slide the numbers up, down, and all around and be able to get the numbers back in order with only one little square empty space. The game was very difficult to maneuver. There were some people who would actually take the pieces out and then put them back in. Me personally, I would go through the process of trying to get this in. And one of the things that did for me is it taught me there's another way to do things, that you can look at a thing and not see a solution, and you can keep at it and or switch things, shift things in a different way, and then you'd find a solution. A little game, a little plastic game, but to my child's mind, it was a game that taught me about perseverance. It was a game that taught me about not giving up. It was a game that taught me about finding a solution even if you don't see one. And so when it comes to dealing with children, really little examples to help your child use their mind is important. The little conversations, rather than just telling them, shut up because I said so, get away from me, go to your room, get your black ass away from me. Instead of taking that route, what if we actually took the route of attempting to prepare these children for being able to use their rationale and be able to use their minds, because everything is teaching children something. All right. So we have a lot of comments that have come through. For the people who are wondering, yes, I am going to be selling the vitamin E soon. I'm working on getting those supplies together as well, because that's why I only sell it once a year, because it requires a large amount of space to be able to hold all of the bottles. Oh, I do not have my labels with me in New York. Oh my God. The labels are in California. Ugh. Ugh. How do I do this? The labels are in California. Ah. I'm upset by that because I want to do a sale while I'm here and be able to get this done. But damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I'll have to see. And so Private is saying your friend is only doing what was done to her. Yes. 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 Thank you, Sherry. Yes. Yes, thank you, Kill. Thank you. You know what? There's a lot of comments coming in, and we talked 20 minutes longer than I wanted to. So listen, the sliding puzzle is downloadable now. See, and that's the thing. Like everything we do is on our phones nowadays. My being on my phone so much is messing up my eyesight. Like I'll get off of the phone and my eyes will feel weak. Like I don't know what it's doing, but it is weakening my optic nerve or something. Because I'll be looking at my phone, doing all of these posts and editing and all this other stuff, and I'll look away from my phone, and my eyes will be very, very weak. Hey, Ralph, how are you doing? It was nice meeting you the other day. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for coming out to the meetup. So, somebody's saying wear sunglasses. When you wear sunglasses, you actually open up your iris. And so you could be letting more damage in that way. So, like I've tried, they have screen protectors for that for the phone. All right, I'm gonna have to look into that because I definitely need something because I don't want to have to wear glasses because my nerves are being weakened. And so yeah, so you know what? And I was talking to my sister about this the other like last night. I was talking to my sister because I was like, do you remember all of the games that we played when I have the blue light filter on my phone, like the screen filter? It's like a setting in the phone, but I need something additional because my eyes feel weak. I was talking to my sister last night. I was like, do you remember all of the games that we played? Like we played card games, we played bed bugs, we played the games with the stackums and all of this stuff. And we just used to like Saturdays, we would just like we would get our King Vitamin cereal or our Mr. T cereal. You all remember this foolishness. The foolishness we had as children. Yeah, there was a bed bugs game where it was like this man on a bed and the bed bugs would pop all around and you had to like take these little tongs and pull off only your colors before other people. Yes, you remember the Mr. T cereal and the King? Do you remember King Vitamin? And he's like this white guy with this shawl, this fur shawl on. But the cereal was so good. It was like a corn-based cereal. So we would eat our King Vitamin and we would have like our Smurf Play-Doh and we would make things and we would play. And you remember the Smurfs? And so we would do all of that on the weekends. And it just used to be so much fun. Nowadays, you sitting with your Kaboom. You know what, Kaboom? I didn't really like the marshmallows. It was a little too sweet for me. But I love the King Vitamin and the Mr. T. I love those, right? And the Smurfs. And you remember Fraggle Rock? And we used to go outside and play. Nowadays, everybody is on their phones. You're sitting with your family and you're on your phones. You're out and you just can't wait to get back on your phone. It's like there's something going on that's just kind of sick. But nonetheless, this video was only supposed to be about my Facebook. This was only supposed to be about my Facebook. And you know what? I love Fragile Rock, Fraggle Rock. I don't know what happened to it. It was like they used to sing the snorkels. You remember the snorkels? I used to love that. Oh gosh, you all are so crazy. But we used to work with our hands. We used to this. Nowadays, if you write in cursive, the young people can't understand. They're like, what is I can't read this. Why are you writing in this ancient? They don't understand cursive anymore. Oh, reading rainbow, take a eye, can go anywhere. Take a look, it's in a book, reading rainbow. I can do anything. Yes, I remember that. Oh, yes. You remember One to Grow On? Remember that? Butterflies in the sky. I can go twice as high. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading rainbow. Yes, it's like we had so much back in the days, but it's like now people want us to be stupid because that's how they're able to get over on us. You all better wake the hell up. You better wake the hell up. Because you see, the Democratic Party has now changed the rules in order to get Bloomberg in this race. Because Bloomberg has not done enough grassroots funding and he doesn't have delegates. But now they're trying to get Bloomberg on the debate stage. So they're gearing you up for a coup during this effing primary. Today in New York City is the last day to register your party. You better go do some damn searches on your Googles, and you need to look up and see where is it that you can do your absentee voting. Because personally, because I'm not in California right now, and the primaries in California are March 3rd, so I need to do my absentee ballot. Yes, 3-term Bloomberg with the damn stop and frisk policy. They're gearing us up for a coup because they don't want a Democratic socialist to have the ticket. So they're trying to get Bloomberg on the ticket against Bernie. So they're going to try to take a grassroots person and put them up against a billionaire, because Trump is a fake millionaire and he is threatened by Bloomberg. So now they want to bring this guy in here who 3-term Bloomberg, Bumberg, as we call him in New York. They want to bring in Bumberg, who, listen, what was the number? What was the number? What was the number? The number was, I wrote this on Facebook the other day. This is why you have to follow my Facebook pages. So go over to facebook.com/TonyaTkoTV, like my page. I need to have 10,000 people on there in order to be able to monetize. So I need you to go, I need you to support the page. I need you to get in on the conversation. I need you to share whatever it is on my page that resonates with you. Start conversations on your page and tell your friends to share and like the page. Thank you, Raf. So what's happening right now is they want to get Bloomberg on the ticket, because this is actually going to get Donald Trump reelected, because they're not listening to the will of the people. They're not listening to the will of the people. Somebody is saying Sanders is too old. Sanders and Donald Trump are 3 years apart. So listen, listen. What they want is they want us to go back asleep. If you've ever roused a person who's in slumber, you know that they'll shift and kind of stir a little bit before they wake up. Right now, we are stirring, and the powers that be want us to go back to sleep. And so they want to try to get somebody safe in there, like Bloomberg, who is going to do his dirt, who he's smart enough to do his dirt quietly. Donald Trump is a bull in a china shop, even though that was debunked. The bull in china shops are actually very nimble and they don't bump into anything. But the saying goes, as I saw, how many of you saw that video where they tried to prove how a bull would behave in a china shop? So they actually put a bull in a china shop, and the bull was like it was like on its little tippy toes, just walking around. They even chased the bull, and the bull ran, and the bull still didn't knock anything over. But nonetheless, right? According to the saying, if you could think in your mind, Trump is like a bull in a china shop. And he's just like, rawr, rawr, rawr. He's just too ignorant to be low key. And they want to bring somebody low key into the office so that we could go back to sleep, because we're stirring. They know if Bernie gets in office, we're going to wake up. Like we are awake now to the political processes. We're awake to the fact that we have elections every 2 years. We're awake to how laws are made and how important the House and the Senate are. So we're waking up, and they want to put us back to sleep. Okay, so raging bull maybe. A raging bull maybe. Just Google. If you Google bull in a china shop, they'll probably come up with the video, because there were some people, who I think it was like Mythbusters. They actually got some bulls and put them in a small little china shop, and the bull was like, and the bull was very graceful. a cute video. It was a cute video. Anyway, listen, let me jump off of here because like I said, I want to come back to sign you all up with the matchmaking service, and then we'll go from there. I did so with the matchmaking service. I am connecting American women, Black American women, with African men in the United States. So we're working on making pairs that will last forever here in the US. So I was trying to figure out how to make it work with the motherland, but it's just not feasible. So we're going to concentrate on people who are already here, who have the ability to travel, their paperwork, etc., and who are interested and excited about being in relationships. So yes, Shanice, you can join, you can. And we're gonna listen. So there's a fee to set up. So I'm gonna come back on and I'm going to take your fees and stuff a little bit later in the afternoon. So just look out for that notification. Somebody is saying only African, no Caribbean. You know what? I may. So Chantel, you're a parent. Yes, of course. There are many people who are parents out there. Of course. Of course. This is about finding unions between men and women. And some men and some women have children. Some men and some women have children. So my service is a very niche service. My service is a very niche service. I'm not serving everybody. Like there are a lot of different people who want to join the service, but it's not for everybody. You know, it's a niche service for the people who fit into this realm. Maybe in the future, you know, I'll have a separate service to be able to just match everybody. But for right now, I'm matching African American women with West African men. That's what I'm doing. And you know, it's a lot larger than just how do I put this? I am going to be doing psych evaluations. Yes, that's why there's a cost to sign up, because there's going to be psych evaluations, there's going to be verifications, and there's going to be each person signing up through me. We're going to do a video chat, and I'm going to verify that each person is who they are. So just be prepared for that, you know. So listen, if there's somebody on now who wants to get started right now, get one for the guys too. I think matching men would be a little bit more difficult than matching men and women, because men are naturally thoughty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think like men who love men, it's difficult for men who love naturally thoughtacious. Yes, very thoughtacious. Exactly. So listen, so if you know what, I think it's a lot of different things. I think it's the fact that men don't have biological clocks. Because women, because of our biological clocks, because of our uterus, because of our emotions, we curtail the amount of men that we allow into our lives, into our bodies. And after a certain amount of time, if a woman knows that she wants a family, she has to stop playing these games. Men, because men don't become pregnant, and because men have testosterone, you know, they engage in a lot of behaviors that are counterproductive to having a long-term committed monogamous relationship. You know what I mean? So that's that. And so Pretty is saying Sanders already had a heart attack. Okay. And we don't even know what Donald Trump has had. So we don't know what any of these people have had. Bernie Sanders, listen, I love Bernie. I love what Bernie stands for, and I love his messaging. You know what I'm saying? I love Bernie. And I think that of all the people who were out there, Bernie's message has been the same for the longest. There are a lot of people who jumped on the Bernie bandwagon and start saying stuff. Out of all of the people there, Bernie is the only person that I trust to be able to do what it is that he says he's going to do. And if he can't do it, to come forward and let us know the truth. Let us know what's going on and what we need to do. Like, Bernie is a change agent. He'll wake us up. And I don't think people want us to be awake. There's a reason why the DNC is altering the rules after Cory Booker and Kamala and all of these other people have dropped out. Now that they're down to the final 6 people or the final 5 people, now they're changing the rules to allow Bloomberg to be able to get on the debate stage. And we need to take back our democracy. I know. So Chantal is saying Trump lives off McDonald's. How's his health really? Exactly. Cory Booker dropped out because of fundraising goals that he could not meet. And Bloomberg has not met those goals. Bloomberg's campaign is self-funded. So if you just do your research, I'm surprised that some of you don't know this. Just do your research. Tonya is telling you right now that according to the DNC, in order to be able to get on the debate stage, you had to meet 2 criteria. You had to get at least 10% of the vote, 10%, don't quote me on that number though. You had to get a certain amount of votes of people, support from people. I believe it's 10%. If you were below 10%, you could not get on the debate stage. If you did not meet that, you have to hit a number in fundraising, in grassroots fundraising, not from donors. You had to get money directly from people. And so all of the people there have met the criteria, but Bloomberg is, listen, I got a text message from Bloomberg. Bloomberg bought my number from somewhere and sent me a damn text message. Bloomberg is sending ads to my Instagram. He's sending ads to my Facebook. And I'm like, first of all, how is he getting my information? He's sending out all of these ads and he's skyrocketing in the polls, not because people like him, but because of repetition. Like when that song, Under My Umbrella, Ella, Ella, under my umbrella. When that first came out, I hated that song, but they kept playing it and playing it and playing it. How many times has that happened to you? They keep playing and playing and playing a song until you like it. And then next thing you know, you singing the song, you singing it at karaoke, you playing it in your car, your children are singing it. So Bloomberg is going through using his billions of dollars to buy the election. We don't want him, we don't like him, and he is continually pushing himself on us, and he's pushing himself on other people who are now beginning to listen. Because people who are not in New York, they don't know how horrifying this man is. They don't know. Listen, he spent most of his career as a Republican. Now all of a sudden he's running as a damn Democrat. How does this work? How do you serve as a Republican mayor of New York and then come in and then start talking about you're a Democrat now? Really, mother effer? So now we're going to elect a person on a Democratic ticket who's really a Republican because this is the party that he's going to come on to combat a person. Please. Old Town Road. I'm gonna take my horse. You know what? It wasn't until they have like this juke joint version of Old Town Road, and she's like, I'm gonna take my horse down to Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my ooh. And after I heard that version, I was like, yes. So Bloomberg equal curfews for blacks in the hood. So people who are outside of New York don't know how horrifying this man is. Yeah. LeBron, you need to go see the juke joint version. It's on YouTube. I'm gonna take my horse down to Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. All right, listen, we are at 59 minutes, 03 seconds. And you know I don't like to go over an hour on these lives no matter what. I tried to get out of here. Listen, you're on this live. Go to my Facebook page and like my Facebook page. And if you're ready to get started in my matchmaking service, stay tuned. Turn on your notifications. You can write me on my website, and I'll give you the instructions right now. You can go to bookings at TonyaTKO.com. You can come to TonyaTKO.com. Write to me, and I'll give you the instructions. Go over to Facebook and like my page. I should have at least 200 new likes today to bring me up to 8,000 followers. I got air coming out. So listen, let's jump out of here. And the Nigerian billionaire thanks you all for all of your wonderful love and info. And you know what the crazy part is? He was like, oh, but you didn't show the other side and all this and the other. And I was like, now you want me to show more stuff? Oh.